Hi, I'm Chuck Moore from the First Baptist Church of Champaign, Savoy. I have an old friend who's been watching these devotional videos, and he recently sent me an email asking, Chuck, is it that you just like that picture behind you, the picture of the Eiffel Tower, or have you actually been to the city of Paris? Well, a couple of years ago, my wife Marilyn, along with my brother and sister-in-law, took a wonderful trip, the trip of a lifetime. We traveled all throughout the country of Italy, and after we were done, we flew over to Paris and enjoyed 3 days there. One night we decided to buy tickets that would get us to one of the platform areas located near the top of the Eiffel Tower. And from there we were able to enjoy a panoramic view of this absolutely gorgeous and stunning city. Maybe you've had a similar experience if you've been to Washington, D.C. and you've gone to the top of the Washington Monument, or to the city of Chicago and you've been to the Hancock Building, or to the Willis Tower, or to the IDS Center in downtown Minneapolis. It's the point at which you see things that you never could see any other way. Now think about this pandemic. What's your view? Our view is not a view that's up here, it's a view that's down here, the view from the ground. We might be able to see what happened yesterday, what's happening now, and we might even be able to guess somewhat what's going to happen tomorrow. But there's only one person who sees everything, and knows precisely what is going on. And that person, obviously, is God. In the opening chapter of the book of Acts, we read where the disciples are in the presence of Jesus, and it's following the resurrection, at which point Jesus ascends into heaven. And as another writer tells us in the pages of the Bible, he now sits on the right hand of God the Father Almighty, and he makes intercession for us in our time of sinning and in our time of prayer. But to say that Jesus is now in heaven is also a way of saying that he sees everything. He knows everything. He is sustaining and strengthening everything, and he knows precisely what it is that he is doing. You see, because we don't have the perspective of God and we have only the view on the ground, we're sometimes tempted to become negative, pessimistic, cynical, doubtful, worried, anxious, afraid. But what we need to remember more than anything at all is that God sees everything, he knows everything, he sustains and strengthens everything, and he knows exactly what he is doing and where this thing is going. So what do you say when we are tempted to evaluate or to measure based upon the view on the ground? Doesn't it make more sense to say, I'm willing instead to put my trust in God, who is over everything and he knows precisely what he is doing? I'm Chuck Moore, and I'm just wondering.